Welcome to Outdoor Living Space with Pam Sather. That's what I'm titling this one. A couple of you have messaged me and asked me about what do I do with outdoor living spaces. And you guys have seen me, I think, on this deck before. We bought this tiny house 2 years ago, and because of the deck, we knew we could downsize because the deck is like the size of our house. So let me just talk about a few different areas because I'm standing in one of them right now. There's a circle of chairs here all the time, and that is what I consider like my outdoor family room. Now we just added a TV about, I don't know, 4 months ago. And so we put our nicer chairs with the ottomans over there, and so that is then the TV area room, which is also right next to the outdoor kitchen, which is just the grill on the deck. And we have our eating area, which I'm going to show you right there. And I always have an umbrella over it. I'm also going to show you, see the rug there too? So this area functions 4 different ways. Truly hanging out, eating, watching TV, and you can do that very easily. But one way on this huge deck, I think it's like, I don't know, it's 30 feet, it's probably more than that. That rug that I just showed you is an 8x10. And the 8x10 kind of grounds that visually, anchors it as the dining area. So a lot of times I'm stealing from those chairs and stuff to add to the circle if there's more people here. I have a big family. And then my husband, about a month ago, bought this, and I'm gonna just show you like this, if I can. One of these guys, some of you might have them. Those outdoor fire, like, not fire, what are they called? You know, like heaters. First of all, I didn't know they're not expensive. Second of all, they work. Some nights in Florida are a little chilly, and he just, you know, it's just like being in a restaurant. You have one of those, I think they're under like 150 bucks. I thought they were like hundreds and hundreds. They're not. So that works well for this area too. So all these things now for your deck, and again, you don't want to spend a lot of money. It's just a matter of just what you do out here. Now, I am a huge fan. I did this on Friday Favorites once. These lanterns are IKEA, and I think they're like $7 a piece. But so you can buy a ton of them. But I buy these little votives. I've talked about them many times before because they're cheap, and you just get a bunch of them. But I put them in there, shut that little door, and when this deck is lit at night, it really looks good. I even just take those votive candles loose and put them in this little area when we're all sitting out here and having a drink and stuff. And then the other thing I was going to show you, this too. I'll show you this too. IKEA has like black pots too. You can just stick little cheapy impatiens in. Now again, my color's red. Your color can be hot pink or pale pink or whatever, because I'm going to talk to you about my cushions. I want you to know about my cushions too. But again, IKEA thing. And then at Lowe's, I bought, this is super heavy because I just planted it and we haven't put it up yet, but I did a window box. You see these? Oh my gosh, it's heavy. Okay. And I am putting that, you see the fence behind me? On the side of my house, on that side, is the guest room, actually, which I've been talking about. And I'm gonna have my husband mount that flower box right outside the guest room window, but on the fence. So instead of in front of the window where nobody's gonna see it, you see it as you come in the room. But you see through with like, I've planted some spilling stuff. I don't know what I'm planting. I'm not, I'm like, just tell me what spills over, and the guy tells me and I buy it and I plant it. I can at least do that. So that's kind of fun to add the life and the color, because I had talked about color pops. I put one of the geraniums out here that I showed you last week. You can just put them in pots, super easy. But now I want to talk to you about cushions, because I knew that we didn't have any covering out here, and a lot of you do, and we don't. So, but I knew I wanted a bright color. Researched the Daylights out of this a couple years ago. I knew Sunbrella would be the fabric we'd need, but I researched out of Front Gate. Their Sunbrella also offers a rain protection. So it's the color fast protection, but it's also for extra, I don't know, a few bucks a cushion, rain protection. So like we could leave them out in the rain. We try not to do that. It doesn't rain that often, but when it does, we do put them in the garage. But it's been great. And for 2 years, I have to say, the red on these cushions has stayed pretty red. Like I'm pretty impressed with like how they've worn. And then I did get this umbrella fabric because I knew I was using black, and I know black fades too, but as a little color pop. You know, now they've got so many different fabrics. Ballard's got a bunch of good ones. Pottery Barn has good ones too. But to see kind of and some of these brands too are named different colors on different lines. If you've seen that, it's kind of confusing for somebody like me, but I figured it out for you because I know what's what in what line of this umbrella fabric. So we've been really impressed with that, and that works great. And you're sitting out here comfortably. So whether you have just a little patio out your back door, whether you have a huge space, whether you have a pool deck, there are ways to do it where you designate it for sitting or for, you see the little lights, I think you do, over my grill, but Target, $10. Just string a few lights. My husband just put them back and forth in there, and you've got the lights, and the ambient light at night too is really nice. So I hope that helps today as the weather gets nicer. I know some of you are not having nice weather today, but it's fun to sit outside with your fam or your friends, or even by yourself is nice too. Have a fantastic Tuesday. I will see you for Friday favorites, but I got a lot of fun before and afters for this week too. So I wanted to get this thing out before the sun got too high because it gets very bright out here. I will talk to you soon.